Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Miss P Clothing and I'm happy you stopped by. Thank you for stopping by. So this is what we're going to be doing today. This is a very beautiful piece, very easy to make. You can cut and sew this thing in less than 30 minutes if you know what you are doing. So stick around with me because I'm going to be showing you a very detailed way, a very sharp way of recreating this style for yourself. And so guys, if you find this content helpful, if you find this channel helpful in any way, do not forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell icon there, and also like my video. So let's get to work. So this is the fabric I'm going to be using. As you can see, it is folded into four. This is the mid part, that's the front and the back together, and this is the other edge where I'm going to be cutting on. So they are folded together. If you count it, it is four. It's supposed to be four, but this one is on fold, so I'm still going to slit in between them. So once you're done adjusting it, you want to take the measurement, you want to take the length of your gown. So I'm using 48 as the length. Then you confirm the length on the other side, so you roll. Connect the lines together. Once you're done connecting it together, you would want to cut out the ones you don't need anymore. Remember that we do not need hips or bust size or waist size for the cutting of this gown. For the neck depth, I went out by 2.5 inches. The neck width by 2.5 inches and the neck depth by 4 inches. So I'll be cutting both the back and the front together. So you want to link the depth and the width together. And then after that, I came down to the end of the fabric on fold and I came down by 2 as the shoulder slant. So after that, I'm going to be connecting the shoulder slant to the neck width, to the measurement of the neck that I had initially. Once you're done with that, exactly on the shoulder slant, you want to come down and take your sleeve measurement. For the sleeve of this gown, I need 7 inches for the sleeve. Since it's on fold, once you open 7 inches, you have 14. For the sake of allowance, I'm making it 8 inches. So that is an 8 right there. After that, you come to the base of the length and then I'm taking 10 inches. When you've opened 10 inches, you have 20 because it's on fold. So whatever you measure on fold, it's multiplied by 2. So you make a mark there. And then you go up again from there by 10 inches. Just watch what I'm doing carefully. If it's confusing, just look at what I'm doing. You go up by 10 inches. So the same 10 inches you measured on the base as the width of that's the opening of the gown, you also measure the 10, then you connect together. Once you're done connecting together, you want to follow the description of my hand to cut the shape of your gown like that. It's a kaftan, so you just follow the direction of my hand. That is what you're going to be cutting on. I'm sorry my chalk is not visible enough, but I hope my cutting is going to do a lot more explanations when I'm done cutting it. So you go ahead to slash, you slash the neckline, you go ahead further to cut the shoulder slant. Once you're done with the shoulder slant, you want to also split the edge of the cloth, the edge of the fabric where it's folded. Those are the two edges for the back and the front together that you are going to be holding together. After that, you follow this curve and then you straighten it downwards to the length like this. Yep, so we're done with cutting it. This is a very easy gown to make. So guys, after you're done cutting it to look like the shape of a fish, so you know you're on the right track. After that, you would want to cut some lining or interfacing so that you can turn the neck. You can choose to use a bias for yours, but I prefer to cut a part of the fabric and use as a lining just to turn the back and the front neck. You want to place it good sides and good sides, and then you pin them together so that you can go and sew on it. So you just adjust it very well. You pin them together just to hold them down for yourself. Once you're done, you do the same thing for the other piece. The same thing you do for the second piece, like that. Once you're done sewing the lining, this is what the lining looks like. After I was done sewing, I went ahead to notch on them. So once you open your lining, this is how a part of the shoulder is going to look like, invisibly covered. This is how it's going to look like. It's not a full lining, so the only part that I covered is where you're going to be seeing the invisible side. So over to the second side, you want to hold the fabric together, the main fabric, you want to hold it together, and you saw that we turned the side that we flipped over. You're going to also hold the second side and flip over like this. Just watch what I'm doing. So once you're done with sewing, you will discover that we have two lining pieces on one side, like this, two lining pieces on one side, and then the fabric on the other side. So once you flip it open, once you turn it open, this is what it is. So you try and adjust it, because you're going to be closing the sides together at this point. First of all, you want to take the sleeve measurement. I am using 7 for the sleeve measurement. So I'm going to be sewing 1/2 inch all the way from the sleeve part to the length, the overall length of the gown, all the way from the sleeve down. That's where I'm going to be sewing on. So you sew half an inch all the way down, like that. And you do the same for the second part. So guys, I am done sewing on the sides. This is what it is. You see this opening right here, it's the sleeve. That's where your hand is going to be coming out from. So I'll go ahead and fold it inwards by 1 inch. So I'm going to fold it like this, fold it on all of the sides, and then I'm going to stitch on it. I will do the same thing for the second sleeve. Once you're done, you want to come down, and also after stitching it, you have to iron on the seam there. You iron the seam right there, and then you also fold in by 1 inch. You can use the allowance, the extra allowance you added to yours, to fold it inwards. So that is that for that. So this is our gown, giving the rich auntie, rich lady vibe. This is our kaftan. Our kaftan is ready. You can see it looking popping. It's giving, guys.